Good evening and welcome to the Daily Report. My name is Victor Muyakane. Of course, on sign language tonight we have none other than Rhoda Nyamai. We have a lot in store for you today. A wonderful day, a remarkable day by all indications. A day when the KCSE examination results for 2024 were announced. A powerful, impactful day for our country. We are here to show you and to explain to you exactly what's been happening across your world. For first, a glimpse of that, let's have a look at the highlights. Tonight, over 1,600 KCSE 2024 candidates score an A grade as Education CS Julius Migos Ogamba releases results after a long wait.
To enhance the credibility of the examination process, for the first time, candidates' examination question papers was personalized and anonymized.
Also tonight, NEC introduces mid-year exams for repeat candidates which will be administered in July of every year. Plus, celebrations across the country as KCSE 2024 candidates receive their results.
Congratulate myself for scoring this A-.
And police impound 2 matatus in viral video for reckless driving. Indeed, you're welcome to this news broadcast from wherever it is you're watching us from. And we begin our coverage of the Kenyan National Examination, the Kenyan National Certificate of Secondary Education results starting now. The Kenyan National Examination Council, NEC, has announced that it will administer the last KCSE examinations in 2027. To this effect, NEC has introduced mid-year series for KCSE exams for those who wish to retake the examination as it gets phased out. Sheila Chelangat reports more of this history in the making of the end of an era for this university entry requirement examination.
In different parts of the country, the results for the 2024 KCSE exams were received with celebration and jubilation, this lot of candidates being among the last cohort to sit for these exams in the 844 system. And in their own way, they were unique from the beginning.
This is the first time since inception of KCSE examination that female candidates are more than the male candidates.
That the candidates whose results we are releasing today sat their KCPE examination in March 2021, being the first cohort whose examination calendar was disrupted by COVID-19.
Kenya's Certificate of Secondary Education, KCSE, has been administered in the country for the last 35 years. The release of the 2024 KCSE results marking the beginning of the end of an era for exams that were first administered in 1989.
Absence of Form 1 class in 2025 now means that we have a trimmer senior school section of classes ranging from Form 2 to Form 4.
And as the phase-out of this university entry requirement exam is set to happen in the next 2 years, NEC has introduced a mid-year KCSE series to be administered in July henceforth until 2027.
The examination will target candidates wishing to repeat the KCSE examination and those who may have missed sitting in examinations due to sickness or other unexpected hardships.
Meanwhile, for the subsequent examinations this year, schools have been urged to commence KCSE registration as of 27th of January.
I wish to appeal to all center managers to ensure that all candidates are registered accurately. CS, this is one area that we usually have a very big challenge.
Sheila Chelangat for TV47.
In other news, the 2024 KCSE results have been released, as you know, with more than 962,500 candidates now aware of just how they performed. Elizabeth Atieno now gives us a breakdown of how the candidates performed, as well as the schools that are now christened the Rising Academic Giants. This is, of course, for recording an exemplary performance. Take a look.
In the just released 2024 KCSE results, 246,391 candidates have received a green light to join university after attaining grade C+ and above, which is an increase compared to 2023 performance. This is after 1,693 candidates attained grade A, 7,743 candidates attained grade A-, 19,150 candidates attained grade B+, 43,120 candidates attained a B plain, 75,347 candidates attained a B-, and 99,338 candidates attained a C+. However, 712,537 candidates have missed out on the opportunity to join the university after attaining grade C plain and below. Of these, 111,717 candidates attained grade C plain, 118,781 candidates attained a grade of C-, 128,885 candidates attained a D+, 153,334 candidates attained a D plain, 151,487 candidates attained a D-, and 48,333 candidates attained an E. On a positive note, there are some schools that have recorded an impressive performance. This despite these schools not being in the spotlight as best performing schools in the preceding years. The schools include Kisii High School, Kagumo High School, Kapenguria School, Kenyatta High School Mwatate, Kaloleni Boys High School, St. Teresa Mboni Girls High School, Mboni Boys High School, Chewoyet High School, Makueni High School, Thika High School, and Meresho High School in Kajiado County. Elizabeth Atieno, TV47, Nairobi.
Now, over 3,000 candidates have not received their 2024 KCSE results due to exam malpractice, with about 840 candidates' exams cancelled. However, the number of examination irregularities in 2024 has decreased compared to the previous year by 444 candidates. Anastasia Mukabi with more details.
2024 KCSE candidates' examination question papers were personalized and anonymized in a bid to enhance exam integrity and minimize cases of malpractice. However, this did not stop some of the individuals from practicing examination malpractice. According to NEC statistics, 840 candidates were involved in examination irregularities and the results were cancelled, while 2,829 candidates' results were withheld for 30 days as they wait for completion of investigation, and 91 contracted professionals were reported to have aided KCSE examination malpractices. The government, on the other hand, has urged the society to play a vital role in being good role models to the children.
We would wish to implore on our teachers, our parents and guardians to continue being good role models of the future generation that they are entrusted to take care of. Because, as it is said, children learn what they live, and also children live what they learn.
Anastasia Mkabi, TV47, Nairobi.
Folks, time for some joyful news and some joyful interaction. I am joined right now by none other than Joy Nafula. Joy Nafula is a student from Moi Girls, Nairobi, and Joy did extremely well in these examinations that were released today. How are you, Joy? Good evening, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Talk to us. How are you feeling right now?
I'm overjoyed. I am so happy. I just can't explain what I'm feeling right now.
Really?
Yes.
Where were you when you found out?
Actually, I was on the road. I was taking my younger cousin to school, and then that is when Dad called me and told me the good news.
Right.
Yes.
How do you feel right now? Talk to me a little bit about the journey that it took to get to this point. Did you know you're going to do so well?
I didn't know I would do this well, but I knew that I would get something better. But this has just exceeded my expectation.
If you would, if you were to tell the people who are watching right now, they're wondering, oh my, how did she do it? What were the things that you would say were the keys to your success?
The keys to my success, I can say that they are, let me narrow them to 3 points.
Sure.
The first one is attentiveness to my teachers. I honored my teachers when I was in school, and I still honor them too right now. I used to do assignments. I used to consult with my teachers. I used to do a lot with them. Secondly, I used to get advices from my parents. I got help from my parents. They would help me study. They would help me do a lot of research, and even buying textbooks. They were amazing. And the most important one is God. One thing I love about our school is that our school principal, Mrs. Margaret Njaga, we call her Auntie Maggie.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah.
Auntie Maggie, shout out to you.
The woman she is a prayerful woman. She is a woman who loves God, and she made the whole school, she influenced us into loving God. And in each and everything, she used to tell us to thank God for everything. So I can say that in her nurturing, and also in the nurturing of our bishop in church, and the nurturing of my parents, they have showed me how to love God. They have showed me how to reverence Him. And indeed, it is God who has made me to come to this place today.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So much. Thank you.
In the 4 years of your high school career, what were some of your lowest moments and what are some of your highest moments, outside of this one, of course?
My highest moment, let me start with my lowest moments. Those were when I think I used to have a lot of things to do, because I was part of the school council. I was a prefect. I was also part of the CU committee. I was also a CU choir mistress. I was the vice praise and worship leader. I used to do a lot of things, and I was also going for funkies. I went for French, yeah.
So you were busy, you were responsible, you had lots of responsibilities, but you still managed to do well in school.
Yes.
What is the secret of being able to juggle all those things?
Manage your time well. I used to manage my time well. I remember that I never used to use my free time. I never used to waste it, because I knew that if I waste it, then the other times that people have, I have other meetings. Maybe we have a prefects meeting, maybe we have a CU committee meeting, maybe we have other meetings. But so that is why I used to use the opportunity I had to the fullest.
All right. Now, Joy, I need to understand, and all Kenyans are wondering, what's next for you? What are you looking forward to in the future?
I would like to do medicine.
Oh.
I love medicine. Because one thing that I don't like in life is when people suffer. And people normally suffer because of diseases. So I want to be part of the solution to people not suffering.
Excellent. Do you have a dream school where you'd like to go and study the medicine?
So far, I have two. The University of Nairobi and Strathmore University.
Wonderful, wonderful. Those are very good choices. Do you have any specialization in medicine that you'd like to get into?
Yes, I would like to do cardiology.
Wonderful. Matters of the heart.
Yes.
Your name is Joy. I pray that you'll be able to bring joy to people's heart through your treatment.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very, very proud of you. The country is proud of you, as I'm sure your friends and family are.
Yes.
And I ask you that stay focused. And all of you out there, all of the students, stay focused and make sure that the zeal that you have right now will last you throughout your life. Now, I want you to look at that camera right there. Just give one short message to all the other candidates who are laboring and struggling with books, looking forward to achieving as well as you did, or even more. Just give them a message right there to that camera, right there.
This may be a cliche, but it works. Do your best and God will do the rest. Yes.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Short and sweet. Thank you, Joy. I appreciate you. Congratulations. Hope to see you in one of these hospitals, maybe to interview you, not as a patient.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And now that was Joy Nafula. one of the top performing candidates, not just in her school, Moi Girls Nairobi, but also in the country. You said her name is Auntie Maggie.
Yes. Auntie
Maggie, the principal of Moi Girls Nairobi, shout out to you. You've done a great job. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joy. See you later. All right? All right. Now let's keep it going. There were celebrations in various parts of the country as students who performed well in the KCSE exams of 2024 received their results. Ruga Ival reports.
It was joy and celebrations in various schools across the country by students who have recorded highest grades in the year 2024 KCSE examination.
And I would like to congratulate myself for scoring this A- today.
Kagumo High School in Nyeri County being among the schools that have recorded remarkable results was full of celebrations. 41 students scoring an A grade during the 2024 exams.
We want to thank God that we have gotten the result. That is one thing. And we thank him because all our students have the results. Compared to the other year, 2023, the boys have done well. We have 41 A-plane.
A similar scene unfolded at Moi Kabarak High School in Nakuru County, where teachers, parents and students united in celebrating the outstanding results.
We have noted we have about 30 A's, one around 99 A minuses. We have about 50 B plus from what we have seen, but we are still getting the results. They are coming in so slowly. But from what we can see, the school has done very well.
Moi Girls School in Nairobi also stood out, exemplifying a strong performance with remarkable success rates.
We are still having challenges with the NEC portal. So part of the results that we are receiving, we are getting them from parents who are sharing with us as they get them. So far, we have received 6 A's, 13 A minus, B plus 4, and B3. And according to that trend, we are hopeful that our results will be good.
Students from St. Joseph's Girls Secondary School rejoiced in the exceptional results, with the school noting a significant increase of 5 A minus grades.
Grateful to God because for the few results you have received, they are good. So far, so good. But we have not received all the results. So we expect good results.
In Isiolo County, after topping in Isiolo County 4 years ago with 416 marks, Casimir Ashiki was schooling at Mango High School, has scored an A of 84 points. Casimir scored straight A's in all subjects and only A minus in Swahili subject. A happy Ashiki, who was joined by happy parents and neighbors, says he wants to pursue medicine and give back to the community.
It's taking a lot of sacrifice, a lot of commitment and devotion to what I do.
Celebrations also locked in Murang'a County, where different schools celebrated good performance of the exams. In Murang'a High School, 50 students registered grade A, while 106 others got A minus. The principal, Willie Korea, who doubles as the chairperson of Kenya Secondary School Heads Association, said that this year's good performance was through the strategies they put as a school.
So far we are happy because of these results, although they are not final. And therefore we have a reason to celebrate because our results are clean, they are honest, they are through hard work.
Celebrations also broke out along Thika Magumo Road in Thika, Kiambu County, as Mary Hill Girls High School students celebrated a remarkable performance in the year 2024 KCSE exam results. With a candidacy of 587 students, the institution is among the schools that posted excellent results in the exam, having scored a mean score of 10.05, an improvement from 2023 KCSE results, when the school had posted a mean grade of 9.4.
We are very, very excited. We are telling God that you have done it for Mary Hill. You have done it for the candidates of 2024.
It was similar celebrations at St. Patrick's Eton School after the school recorded an A grade after 6 years.
Boys were also taking responsibility and they worked very hard. We have faith that each one will get what he deserved. That is what is important, because whatever the results they are getting is their own results. They worked
And in Mombasa County, 2 students from Sheikh Khalifa and Light Academy in Mombasa have also joined their families and teachers to rejoice their hard-earned victory.
Matokeo paka sasa kulingana na ile traffic jam ambayo kwamba iko kwenye mitandao, paka sasa tumeweza kupata A3, moja ikiwa hii hapa ya Faruk Ali, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin, na nyingine ni ya Najman Jambi, na nyingine ni ya Uzair Hussein, na A- paka sasa zaidi ya 10, na paka sasa the lowest grade ni C+.
Now, folks, in the same line as the KCSE results, which were announced today, I have with me right now, I've just been joined by a glorious guest. How glorious, you will tell in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a glorious welcome to Glory.
Thank you.
Okerosi. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling?
I feel really happy. I want to extend my sincere gratitude to the Almighty. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Glory, today is a big day. And today you just found out that you're one of the top students. I want us to go back to the moment when you found out. Tell us, where were you? Who were you with? And what was your response when you saw that you had done well?
Okay, it was earlier today. We were seated in the house with my sister, and we got an update that the KCSE 2024 results will be out in a few, and we switched on to the TV and we went live to Mtiani House, and I'll say the tension was electric, but we sent the codes, the requirements and all, and when my brother saw the grade, the actual result, it was very unbelievable. When it came, it got from his mouth that it was a plain A. There was a lot of screaming, there was a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of joy, and I just thank the Lord for that very much.
Wow. Did you expect to do so well?
Honestly, I did not expect to do this well. Yes, I was expecting to do well, of course, but not this good. And yeah, I see this was very unexpected and very unbelievable.
Did you feel like you needed to double check? Did you send it twice?
Yes, yeah. I actually told my brother to resend again and again. Maybe wait till maybe a few hours to actually get the actual confirmation that it was an A.
Right.
Yeah.
And at what point did it sink into you that, oh, this is real?
Okay, he took a screenshot of it and sent to my phone. And when I got to see how the subjects are arranged on my phone, at least I got I got to believe that it was actually mine.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are wondering, how do you get that sort of grade? What would you say were the main ingredients that enabled you to get this grade?
I feel like what really pushed me hard to perform this well was motivation. The motivation I got from my family members, the unwavering support, from my school, the administration, the teachers, my fellow students, my friends also. I feel like that was my #1 motivation to getting what I want. And also, I got to understand by myself that you should never think in terms of limitations, that you are capable of doing anything, and that you can do anything that you desire as long as you're well motivated to it and you're really determined. Yeah.
Wow. Folks, you need to understand how big this is. Glory, had you performed at this level before? Plain A in all your high school career?
I got to feel the A in my Form 1, my first year studies.
First year of high school?
Yes.
That's when you tasted the A?
Yes.
But since then, the A has been elusive?
Yeah, maybe a bit of Form 2. But after that, I never used to see it until now.
Wow. What were the subjects you knew absolutely I'm going to score an A in? And what are the ones that you thought, this is a bit shaky?
So my top subjects in school were mathematics, geography, Kiswahili, biology. Yeah.
Those were your
major.
Sure bet?
Yes, sure bet.
And which ones were the ones you were worried about?
I was a bit shaky about computer studies, Kiswahili, and chemistry.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, but you surprised yourself. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thanks again.
I have a question. So what's next for Glory? What glorious future are you envisioning for yourself?
Okay, I'm looking forward to getting to interact with the world and actually feel maybe the little limitations we have, and maybe dig into some ideas that will maybe help to keep our world going and to keep the world a good place for us all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you have plans to go to university?
Yes.
What do you want to study and where do you want to study?
Okay, I've been having a long dream because I want to pursue medicine and surgery, and my dream university is Oxford University.
Oxford University.
Yes.
Wonderful. You hear that out there? Oxford University, a glorious Kenyan is coming your way. All the people that organize these scholarships and everything, you've got a glorious choice right here. Glory, congratulations.
Thank you again.
While you're in this moment, sink in it, let it sink in, enjoy it, enjoy this moment. You've worked very hard, proud of you. The nation is proud of you as well.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Again.
All right. And Glory, I need you to take us to a short break. So this is your camera.
Okay.
I want you to face it and tell Kenya we're going for a short break and we'll be right back with more news.
Okay. We're going for a short break and we'll be right back for more news. So keep TV47 going so that you can get more updates. Thank you.
And we normally do a sign out. So sign out with your name. I'm Gloria Okerosi, reporting for TV47. I'm out.
I'm Gloria Okerosi, reporting for TV47, and I'm out.
Awesome. Amazing. Well done. That was great. Good job. Good job.
Are you ready to elevate your business game?
As long as you're earning something, there's always that opportunity to save. And you start with where you are.
Kama wewe ni mfanyabiashara, huwezi kaa bure, unajipanga taratibu vile inavyofaa.
Join us each week as we dive into the stories of the world's most driven entrepreneurs.
When you pay attention to detail, you get luxury items.
The Grind, where business meets brilliance. Tune in every Monday at 7:30 p.m. because your business deserves the best.
Hey there friends, welcome to Kids on the Block, where fun and imagination come alive. We dive into magical world filled with exciting adventures and awesome friends.
What position were you in? I was number 2. What position were you? Number 1.
He decided to cross the bridge by his house and look for food on the other side.
We're going to do half cup of chocolate chips, and the other one, we're going to do half cup of the blueberries.
So, grab your imagination hats and get ready to explore with us. Join us every Saturday at 9 a.m. for new friends, amazing stories, and tons of laughter.
Join us as we explore the journeys of those who defy the odds and break barriers. We dive deep into the stories of triumph.
Sometimes when parenting a child with a special need or whatever disability, family life becomes a bit complicated and you may end up raising the child on your own.
Here, we inspire.
I have a farm which one we showcase with other dyslexic youths and autism, how to farm.
Motivate.
It's never easy, but what we do, the best thing is to work with another parent who has an elder child than yours.
And break through the barriers one story at a time. Push your boundaries beyond the limit. Saturdays at 8 p.m.
Jiunge nasi
Welcome back. Now shifting gears away from matters education to matters transport. And the National Transport and Safety Authority, NTSA, on Thursday impounded 2 public service matatus after they were captured on camera flouting traffic rules. As shown in this amateur video, 2 men are seen sitting on the front edge of this bus, popularly known as Money Fest, with the bus speeding while overtaking other motorists along the Karen Rongai Road. As the camera tilts, the red PSV matatu that you can see on your screen is also captured swerving to oncoming traffic. After being impounded at the Langata police station, the NTSA conducted an inspection on both PSVs, noting that the driver's view of the road was obstructed. The buses had non-prescribed headlamps as well. TV47 has also learnt that the speed governors of the 2 buses had been tampered with and therefore could not transmit the speed limit data to the NTSA's Intelligent Road Safety Management System, IR-SMS.
But number plates bado. But don't worry. It has a nice zoom. It has a nice zoom.
That's a good zoom, eh?
Yeah.
Right, again shifting gears from transport to politics, and Majority Leader of Parliament Kimani Ichung'wah has dared Governor George Natembeya to proceed with taking legal action against him. Instead, Ichung'wah is demanding an apology from Governor Natembeya over his remarks. Let's take a look at what Paul Kirobi was able to prepare on this story.
A heated exchange between Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah and Trans Nzoia Governor George Natembeya over the weekend is now yet to cool, as Ichung'wah now engages his lawyer Adrian Kimotho. Ichung'wah has vowed not to apologize to the governor after making remarks which Natembeya termed as defamatory during a burial ceremony in Bungoma County. In a statement, Kimani Ichung'wah's legal counsel Dr. Adrian Kimotho instead asked the governor to apologize. Kimotho adds that there is no way Natembeya would say his name was defamed in public, yet Natembeya cheered and amenably seemed to endorse it. Ichung'wah further says that he owes no apology to Governor George Natembeya. Kimani says that he has earned his reputation and hereby demands Natembeya to end the matter and issue a prominent apology for the scandalous and defamatory statements. Failure to amend then it shall trigger the prompt invocation of the opposite legal tools. In an interview with TV47, Natembeya stood his ground, adding that there is a plot of impeachment.
Wanahisi kwamba labda the political style inaanza kung'aa na kwamba labda watakuwa challenge kwao. Hao ndio watu ambao ni dictators, ambao sisi kama taifa la Kenya, ambao dunia mzima inatusherehekea kwa sababu tuko na katiba ambayo ni very very transformative. Hao watu ambao hawaamini kwenye maadili ya kikatiba katika taifa la Kenya, ndio wanapata wanaanza kutafuta tusahihi hadi wanibandwe kutoka kwenye madaraka.
The governor has been at loggerheads with leaders allied to President William Ruto, accusing them of poor leadership. He is said to be part of an alliance bringing together Wiper's Kalonzo Musyoka, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, Eugene Wamalwa, among others. Paul Kirobi, TV47, Nairobi.
And the scramble for influence in the Mount Kenya region between President William Ruto and his former ally turned political nemesis, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, continues to take shape. Gachagua turning his Wamunyoro residence in Nyeri to be a political battleground where he has been conducting a series of meetings, lining up opponents to oust the current leaders in the region holding office, who are aligned to the president. Moige William reports that Gachagua has a list of endorsed persons to compete for various positions across the region.
Daggers have been drawn between President William Ruto and former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. The self-proclaimed son of Mau Mau is leaving nothing to chance in rallying the vote-rich Mount Kenya region against Ruto.
Huko na marafiki wapya, kazi yako ni kupeleka hao mikutano, kututukana na kusomea hii jamii. Na kusema vile sisi tuko wajinga na nini na mambo kama hayo. Ni sawa tu.
Gachagua's palatial residence, nestled in the now famous Wamunyoro village in Nyeri County, has been turned into a political strategy hub, with meetups being held regularly. As recent as Thursday, Gachagua held discussions with delegations from Kiambu and Kajiado County. TV47 has established the meetings chaired by Gachagua are also focused on dealing with leaders within the Mount Kenya region allied to President William Ruto, with an aim to field fierce competitors against them in the 2027 elections.
Looking at our people, they can even sell their mother if the price is right. Reportedly, close allies to Gachagua are being propped to compete for influential positions. They are James Mwangi Gakuya, who is being propped for the Nairobi gubernatorial position, Gathoni wa Mushomba, a Githunguri member of parliament, and a fierce defender of Gachagua for the Kiambu County chief position. Joe Nyoto, the current senator for Murang'a, for the governor's seat. Kamau Morango to try Kirinyaga governor's seat. John Medho for Nyandarua governor's seat. Former Bahati member of parliament Onesmus Ngunjiri for Governor Nakuru. Former nominated member of parliament Kate Waruguru for Laikipia governor's seat. And current Kajiado Senator Sekilenku for Kajiado's gubernatorial position. The political purge planned by Gachagua also targets other elective positions, such as the senatorial position where John Kenywa is being fronted to go for the Laikipia seat, lawyer Ndegwa Njiro to battle for the Kirinyaga seat, and current Governor Nyeri to take up the Nyeri one. For the county member of parliament position, also known as the woman representative, those fronted include Wamboi Nyoto to represent Murang'a, Mercy Nongari for Kiambu, and in Nyandarua, Njeri Kahiga is expected to face off with one of President Ruto's defenders, Faith Getau. In Gachagua's plan, Geoffrey Wandeto is set to take up the Tetu constituency seat, while Anthony Kitonga will contest for the Mukurweini seat. Paul Mogo is also expected to fill in the vacant seat in Gatondo North. Kwa hivyo wewe ukitaka amani uombe msamaha kwa nani? Sio mimi sina shida. Mimi si mtu ya kuchaguliwa. Sasa ukiniondoa na nilichaguliwa, si umekosea wale walinichagua? So nyinyi mko na shida.
The political maneuvers by Gachagua have placed President Ruto in a catch-22 situation, forcing him to reduce the number of visits to the region and instead turning to the lakeside and western region for political solace. But how long will Gachagua's moves keep Ruto at bay? Moige William, TV47.
Now, the race for the chairmanship of the African Union Commission has always been a crucial moment in Africa's political calendar. But as Kenya prepares for yet another bid, the contrast between its campaigns in 2016 and 2025 raises some interesting questions. Is Kenya now revealing too much of its strategy too soon? And what's at stake in this latest race? George Maringa compares the 2016 campaign and the ongoing campaign by Kenya.
Extremely grateful
In 2016, the then Kenya's Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary Amina Mohamed entered the fray to secure the chairmanship of the African Union Commission. At the time, the race was already shaping up to be one of the most competitive yet. But 2016 was also a year marked by divisions. The AU was embroiled in complex debates over issues like the International Criminal Court, regional solidarity, and Morocco's bid to rejoin the Union. Kenya, with its clear stance on certain issues, tried to balance regional support with a broader continental appeal. However, Kenya's bid wasn't without challenges. Political alliances were fluid, and as the race intensified, regional support became paramount. The double candidacies from Central Africa and the delicate balance of regional representation posed significant obstacles. But perhaps the most telling challenge was the perception that Kenya, having held the deputy chairperson position through Erastus Mwencha, had already had its turn. As Kenya navigated through these hurdles, it became clear that the race wasn't just about who had the best credentials, it was about who could maneuver the intricate political dynamics that so often shape the AU's decisions.
Raila Odinga.
Fast forward to 2025, and Kenya finds itself in yet another race for the AU Commission chair. But this time, the stakes are higher. Raila Odinga, one of Kenya's most experienced and popularizing political figures, is the country's candidate. A seasoned campaigner with decades of political survey, Raila's bid for the chairmanship is seen not just as a continental push, but as a strategic pivot for Kenya's local politics as well.
Kenya has a rendezvous with the destiny in February. That's next month. If Raila Odinga wins the seat, and I have my doubts, then Ruto's path might be smoother. The game might be in his favor. If Raila loses, then the game will change.
Unlike Amina Mohamed's relatively focused campaign in 2016, Raila's run comes at a time of significant political realignment in Kenya. President William Ruto's support for Raila, once an unexpected alliance, underscores the broader importance of this campaign to Kenya's internal politics. The outcome in Addis Ababa could determine not only the shape of Africa's future, but also the future of 2027 Kenya's general elections.
And it is going to change against William Ruto. And of course, the Kenya Kwanza. That is how Kenya changes. Yes, it is. It's so quick. It's like this. And I think that's what makes us happy. That's why sometimes we look healthy.
But is Kenya giving away too much in this latest race? In 2016, Kenya played a relatively cautious game, focusing on regional alliances and maintaining discretion. But with Raila's 2025 bid, there are undeniable levels of visibility that could expose the country's political cards in ways we didn't see before. Political analysts argue that Raila's bid is a double-edged sword. While his candidacy may boost Kenya's international profile, the deep intertwining of local politics, especially with Ruto's backing, could bring unwanted domestic attention, especially if the bid fails. Some see Raila as a potential kingmaker in 2027, while others fear that a loss could bring turbulence to Kenya's already shifting political landscape. Looking at the broader picture, 2025 is shaping up to be a race filled with regional dynamics and tensions. Raila Odinga is running against Mahmoud Ali Yusuf from Djibouti and Richard Randriamandrato from Madagascar, each bringing their own regional advantages. Kenya's strategy this time round will have to contend not only with the political and diplomatic complexities of Africa, but with the internal calculations of its own political future. In 2016, Kenya was cautious, positioning Amina Mohamed carefully for broader continental support. But now with Raila, the stakes feel much higher, revealing not just the country's diplomatic ambitions, but also its internal power plays and social media activity as President William Ruto updates through his social media of the countries that have so far supported Kenya's candidate Raila Odinga. As Kenya pushes forward into the 2025 AU Commission chair race, one thing is clear. The dynamics of the campaign are much more complex than in 2016. With greater transparency comes greater vulnerability. Whether Raila's candidacy will succeed or falter, it will surely shape not only Kenya's political landscape, but the future of Africa's diplomatic efforts as well. One thing is certain. The cards are on the table, and only time will tell if Kenya has revealed too much or just enough to win this critical race. George Maringa, TV47, Nairobi.
Critical questions for a critical race. In other news, President William Ruto has called on the nation to remain steadfast in efforts to restore peace in the North Rift region. The head of state has promised tough action on insecurity, especially in the troubled Kerio Valley and its environs. As Samira Mohammed reports, President Ruto has said that his administration is keen on developing educational institutions and infrastructure in Kerio Valley as part of a master plan to eradicate cattle rustling, enhance security and foster lasting peace in the region.
In his visit in the North Rift, President William Ruto has today vowed to deal with the persisting issue of insecurity in the troubled North Rift region.
Kama itabidi tulete jeshi, tutalete jeshi. Kama itabidi tulete askari kiasi yoyote, tutaleta askari. Na sasa tumeweka askari ya kutosha. Na nimetangaza leo ya kwamba wale askari tumeweka huko kulinda usalama hawatarudi tena, watakaa hapo na tutajenga barracks huko ili usalama ikue pale, watoto wa pale wasome, wananchi waendelee na maendeleo, ndio Kenya isonge mbele, Kerio Valley ikiwa katikati.
The head of state noted that the security operation in the North Rift has had significant impact in restoring peace and security in the bandit-troubled region, further stating that insecurity, cattle rustling and banditry in the region will be handled with additional measures, including deploying more security personnel in the troubled region.
Leo asubuhi nimekuja kufungua shule ya Liter kule chini. Nyinyi mnajua tumekuwa na matatizo makubwa ya mambo ya insecurity kule sehemu ya Kerio Valley. Si namna hiyo? Na mimi niliwaahidi watu wa hapa Elgeyo Marakwet ya kwamba ile matatizo tumekuwa nayo ya insecurity, kwa mapenzi ya Mungu tutaweka askari, tutaongea na wananchi na tutaondoa mambo ya insecurity, ndio mambo ya masomo iendelee, kilimo iendelee, maendeleo iendelee.
President Ruto noted that his administration is keen on developing educational institutions and infrastructure in Kerio Valley as part of master plan to eradicate cattle rustling, enhance security and foster lasting peace in the region.
Na tutajenga barracks huko ili usalama ikue pale, watoto wa pale wasome, wananchi waendelee na maendeleo, ndio Kenya isonge mbele, Kerio Valley ikiwa katikati.
Samira Mohammed for TV47, Nairobi.
The ghosts of the 2017 presidential elections came haunting the former IEBC Commissioner Boya Molu during the vetting session in the National Assembly for the Public Service Commissioner nominees, with MPs interrogating him on the failure of the IEBC. Molu insisted that he shouldn't bear the entire blame on the nullified election, but admitted that the challenges faced then shaped up their work experience and delivery during their tenure.
Whole truth and nothing but the truth.
It was a date for the former IEBC Commissioner and a nominee for Public Service Commission Boya Molu before the National Assembly Labour Committee. Molu coming into face with the 2017 presidential elections as MP sought to understand what will be the new thing he seeks to bring on board after the nullified presidential election. On his defense, Molu said the experience shaped up the working of the commission and he deserves another chance.
Remember the turbulence that came with the 2017 elections, that elections were actually nullified by the Supreme Court.
Yes, I'm aware.
So if anybody who had taken part because it was nullified, anybody who had overseen that election should not have had business doing any other thing to do with the election or any other serious business in this country again. Because the highest court in the land nullified your election, which you oversaw. And in any other serious democratic country, you are not even you are not even allowed to continue working anywhere, or you should not even apply for another job.
So, given that circumstances and the fact that a public servant should not be personally held liable for something done in good faith in the process of discharging his or her duty, I don't think I should be barred from holding another public office, because under our constitution, one have to be removed under Article 75(3) for one to be barred from public office.
It did not end there, and the question of his academic credentials also cropped up in the vetting process. Kilifi South MP raising pertinent questions on the credibility of his credentials, but Molu put a spirited fight, insisting that he has capacity to deliver in the same office, despite of efforts to block him, even from the petitioner who sought to have him barred.
Have you mastered the game of getting some of these positions, like the one of being a member of the Public Service Commission? A member of the commission is a very, very serious position. Looking at the kind of surgical measures that we would wish to introduce to the public service.
Where the Supreme Court, the High Court, guided that single term of 6 years in Article 256 relate to particular office, in particular commission or independent office, in line, and that is how they observed. So I think it was a misunderstanding of law that led to that. So I submit that the committee dismissed the petition.
Meanwhile, former National Transport and Safety Authority NTSA Director General Francis Major, who also appeared before the committee, has vowed to implement stringent measures to address the issues of fake academic papers and ghost workers in the public sector.
You can text and get your results. Why don't we interface Public Service Commission with the Kenya National Examination Council? We don't have to wait so that after 3 years you are asked to verify or to certify documents when the database is readily available. An interface with those two systems, even at the point of application, will reject somebody with fake results.
Others who appeared before the committee include Mary Kimonye, who is nominated to serve as PSC Vice Chairperson and braved tough questions from the committee, MPs urging her to withdraw her candidacy for the sake of fairness and diversity. Others who appeared before the committee include Mary Kimonye, who is nominated to serve as PSC Vice Chairperson and braved tough questions from the committee, MPs urging her to withdraw her candidacy for the sake of fairness and diversity.
Now, the Nairobi City County Government has banned street hawking on main streets and roads within the Central Business District, effective immediately. In a notice issued by the Acting County Secretary, Godfrey Akumali, the hawkers are prohibited from operating on main streets and will instead be restricted to back streets and lanes from Monday to Saturday, starting 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Hawkers are permitted to operate only along back streets zones connecting Tomboya Street to Kirinyaga Road, and selling is strictly prohibited on main roads, including Haile Selassie Avenue, Kenneth Matiba Road, Latema Road, Ronald Ngala Street, Mfangano Street, Hakati Road, and River Road. Further, the Office of the Governor notes that walkways within the Central Business District are strictly for pedestrians. Any person going against the notice will be held culpable by the Nairobi City County Government bylaws. Now, what do you think when you think about or when you see fish in the market or in a pond? Do you only think about the stew or the dish and then you throw away the bones after you're done? Well, the situation is quite different for Nora Agwata in Corner Legio Street, one of the 4 corners in Kisumu City. She makes use of the remains of the fish, including the bones, to make earrings, flowers, and other valuable decorative and beauty objects. This being one way to conserve the environment and adapt to climate change that is ravaging livelihoods. Our very own Laban Shikokoti with more.
In Konalejo, one of the 4 corners of Manyata Street in Kisumu City, I meet Nora Agwata, who has transformed the world by using waste to make valuable objects, all these aimed at environmental conservation. The COVID pandemic made her an architect, a creativity that creates jobs for more than 15 young people, adapting to the effect of climate change. All these efforts geared towards embracing environmental-friendly designs, the design of making earrings, flower vases, and other valuable from fish bones.
Mimi ndio mwenye hii kampuni inaitwa Nores Gift Flowers. Nilianza mwaka ya 19 wakati ya COVID-19, na natumia vitu ya uchafu, vitu yenye umetupwa ndio natumia, na natengeneza kama stadi na mafupa ya samaki, natengeneza maua na maganda ya samaki. Alafu hiyo maganda ya samaki pia nashiaga na tengenezea chakula ya kuku. Niko na vijana wenye wananisaidia, nimewafundisha. Sasa wanajua kutengeneza stadi, wanajua kutengeneza maua, na hiyo wanajua kushiaga na kumix chakula ya kuku. Unajua wakati ya COVID-19 walifunga soko, kila kitu ilifunga, sasa ni kukato. Sasa ndio niliona kukaa tu ni ngumu, nikafikiria hao vijana wanakaa tu wanasikiaje, wacha nilete akili nyingine kidogo. Sasa wakati tulianza kufanya usafi ya pale tunauzia samaki, hapo ndio hiyo mafikirio ikanikujia, nikaanza hii kidogo kidogo tu kama mchezo, lakini ilifanya kazi, tukaendelea mpaka leo. Wakati nilikuwa na nyumbani hiyo pia nikaanza kujifunza kabisa, sasa hii kitu iendelee namna gani, na nikitengeneza maua itakuwaje, maua peke yake bila mtungi yake.
Here are the precious items made from fish bones, a meal that is popular in Nyanza region.
Kwanza tunaanika inakauka vizuri, alafu tena nasafisha. Ikisha kauka tena nasafisha, ndio ile nini uchafu yake toke kabisa. Alafu naweka kwa kemikali yenye natoa ile nini nyama yenye naweza kuwa imebaki ndani isitukue na harufu. Tukisha fanya hivyo tunakausha kabisa, alafu nakatakata fisi yenye unataka ama unachagua ile yenye ukiunganisha itakuwa earring mzuri, study mzuri.
The journey to collect fish bones begins at Fish Processing Factory in Odinga Street, located about 1.8 kilometers from Konalejo. Vendors in this area make a living and prevents pollution by selling bones that are ultimately turned into valuable materials.
Kwa majina naitwa Jojo Dhiambo. Mimi ni mwenyewe wa Bunga. Nimezaliwa hapa. Mamangu alikuwa anafanya kazi akaniachia. Ingali bado niko naendelea. Hii samaki huwa tunatoa baharini huko. Inakuja hapa tunachinja, tunatoa fillet, tunatoa skin kando. Tunabaki na mgongo sasa. Hiyo mfupa yenye mkubwa naongelea hiyo. Sasa tunakuja kuchoma hiyo mgongo. Inaenda kwa process. Yaani process ziko nyingi. Kuna wenye wanachukua wanaenda kusiaga chakula ya kuku, kuna wenye wanaenda kukula. By then kuna watu ya kuku pia. Nguruwe pia ziko hapa tu.
Kwa majina naitwa Christine Kokonya. Mimi ni muuzaji wa hapa. Mimi ni mmoja wa wenye wanauza samaki hapa. Huwa nahisi vizuri kwa sababu hii kazi ambayo tunafanya, hata wakati pia tunatengeneza tunatengeneza ngozi ya samaki, tunatengeneza inakuwa ngozi, tunatengeneza viatu, tunatengeneza mishipi. Saizi tuko na mafupa, tuko na maganda ya samaki ambayo kwa kizungu inaitwa scales, tuko nazo hapa tunauza.
Every day, fish heads, bones and skins end up in garbage bins, but Nora Agwata has made a big change for the benefit of the environment and the unemployed youth in these areas. All these efforts are key and should be embraced to keep the environment clean and adapt to the climatic change in the society. For TV47, I'm Laban Shikokoti.
That was Laban Shikokoti. Thank you so much for that piece on the wonderful uses for fish bone and fish waste. Let's shift gears. Let's get sporty.
Sports news brought to you by Maybets.
All right, time now for some sporting news. And the Kenya national soccer team, Harambee Stars, needs only a single point in their final group game against Zanzibar tomorrow at Gombani Stadium to automatically seal their place in the final of the Mapinduzi Cup. The Francis Kimanzi-led side are in for a tricky encounter against the hosts, who will also be eyeing glory on home soil. Kenya registered a 1-1 draw in the first match against Burkina Faso and sealed a 2-0 win over Kilimanjaro Stars of Tanzania in the second group game. The top two teams from the group will automatically seal qualification into the finals.
Kavietu from the start tulianza na draw tukakuja na win, so I think we expecting nothing less than a win. Tunataka Kavi endelee kwenda juu because this is a build up tournament to the tournament you're waiting for. That's challenge.
We have been working so hard, in every single game, since we arrived here, and the readiness that I'm talking about is that we are getting even more and more stronger after every match, because the way we are responding in every match, we are very satisfied with the behavior and the character of our players. So that is the preparation we are talking about. So we are getting better and better.
Now, Kenya's tennis sensation Angela Okutoi sealed her ticket to the quarterfinals of the 235 tournament taking place in Nairobi. The youngster triumphed over Yufei Ren of China 6-2 in the first set and was leading the second set 4-3 before her opponent, Yufei Ren, was forced out of the game due to injury. Okutoi will be hoping her home advantage comes in handy tomorrow when she takes on Monica Stankiewicz at the Nairobi club.
But I kept it for 2024, and this is a new year, new goals, and just coming out here to enjoy, just forgetting about what happened last year and setting new targets, because I feel like that really strengthened me, and it keeps on strengthening me. And I just want to, just play out there, give my best, enjoy. And if I was able to do it last year, I can do it the next time. So yeah, that's my main target.
Sports news brought to you by Maybets.
All right, that's all we had time for this evening. A very big congratulations message to all the KCSE candidates across the country. It doesn't matter what you got in your results. What matters is what comes after and how you respond to that. My name is Victor Muyakane. On sign language was Rhoda Nyamai. And of course, there's a whole team behind us who made this bulletin a reality. Thank you so much for all of you. And thank you, our dear viewer, of course, for choosing us to inform you this evening. Up next is your weekly dose of supercharged sporting action, VAR. It's coming right after this. Good night and God bless you.